Yes, you're welcome to the show, Property Matta. Like we did TikTok some minutes ago, say, we say Engineer Debo go day gidigba bang bang, Engineer Debo don't day gidigba bang bang. To make us say tutorials here, enlighten us, it teach us how to get our own property. Wobio, person wey comot inside your own duplex, even if not the garri he drink. Big man, and the people go still call am. And one person wey dey inside one room apartment and he shop chicken, shop jollof rice, shop everything. If landlord still choose to shout on top am, wetin he wan do? That is to say, person wey don get house, wey don get property, own laziri rebo, na him own security cover. So welcome to the show. We go dey teach you how to get your own property. Engineer Debo.
Thank you very much, Chief. It's my pleasure to be here.
Pleasure to have you.
Yeah. And our viewers at home, we appreciate you. We believe that we've been of immense benefits, and watching this has also enlightened you in one way or the other. Slimmy T.
Yes.
How are you this morning?
Very well. I'm fine.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Well done. So it's a great day. We've been on this series of NHF, how to acquire your first property using the NHF loan, National Housing Fund loan. Okay? And I think we've done two now. This is the third one. So we just would wrap it up today. But I would encourage you that today is the day to ask your questions. We are going to open the phone line early.
Okay.
So you can ask your questions, or you want to ask about NHF that we've been discussing in the last 2 weeks. And if there are any other questions that you have as per your property matter, ask that question, make we chook mouth. See whether our answer go fit help you small.
Anything we want to know about property.
Yes,
it doesn't have to be about what we are
it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. But then, if you have specific questions as regarding NHF, ask and let us be able to attend to you. So
I think if that's what we are going to do, since it's a matter of wrapping up NHF and a question and answer, maybe make we open the phone line in
Abi?
Okay. Okay. The Okpo is
phone line.
Okay. I thought it was window.
Oh, now window be very for Yoruba.
I was thinking that was window.
You dey do lecture.
That's all this one when they say windows for phone.
Okay.
Fèrèsé
Okay.
ẹ̀rọ alátagbà.
Okay.
Windows
That's for them chief age. But for my age, we understand how they talk. Let's open the numbers. Like we say, Engineer Debo don't talk today. We will be more of question and answer. More importantly, if you get anything to ask based on what you don't teach us so far on the NHF, you can ask all of that today. And of course, if you want to ask questions relating to every other things that have been taught, you guys are still very free to do that. 081-054-3498. And of course, 081-73-147589. Thank you.
And maybe in addition, we would actually love to hear from somebody who has taken the step between the last 2 weeks to go out there and probably open an NHF account.
Yeah,
you want to recount your experience for us? That would be lovely. Because really, you see, no matter what we discuss here, the quality of it or not, if you don't take steps, if you don't take action, they are as useless as anything. So it is the actions you take that will then give you the results that you desire, not just the words you hear. Okay, so we would like to give an opportunity to somebody that would have taken action. Okay, so just to rephrase as to the things we've discussed, NHF means National Housing Fund.
Yes, sir.
As Chief dey here now, if we check wetin they collect, you go fit qualify for maybe that 15 million self. Will be the maximum. We NHF.
No. We go qualify for 15 million.
No, it's not like that. I mean, for people in private sector, I think it's easier for them to qualify. Yes, depending on how old you are. You know, pre-qualification has to do with your ability to be able to
journey to 80.
Yeah, 75, 85, and journey to 80. When you say journey to 80, you don't call this thing quick.
Sorry.
75 was in it.
He said it's 75. Say it's journey to 80.
No fast.
Sorry.
If they won't die.
You know, when children they small, then they increase age.
When they
you gonna reduce. They move close. 75 is two different different from 80.
Okay.
Wọ́n jìnnà síra wọn gan-an.
5 years, péré ni.
Péré kọ́ o.
What you do? Yeah. So you mean you are not about to board right now?
In 75 is different from 80.
You are in the lounge. At 75, you are in the lounge.
I'm still in the lounge.
They can call your flight anytime.
How you run it, right?
Yeah,
I never did in the
you
lounge.
don't check in at the board.
Remember we second where I never reach MMA. I still there Musi. I never
I
enter
traffic day.
I traffic day. Yeah, that was traffic
You don't use Okada.
Serious on traffic day. Gidi.
Serious.
I even have flat tire.
Imagine.
You have flat tire.
Flat
So
tire.
in fact, you may miss the flight. The way you are going.
I have flat tire.
Can you imagine that?
Keeping body and soul together.
What I mean is that, because of the earning structure of in the private sector, it's a bit more, a little higher than that of the civil service. So someone you consider a junior officer in the private sector may be able to qualify for certain things that a senior officer in the civil service will not be able to qualify for based on their pay. You know, so
because their own officiality, bureaucracy, you don't even increase them.
you don't did their stamp, you know, and you know that it also depends on how old or how young you are. 60 is the map, is the cap in this case. So depending on how old you are, and 30 years is the maximum tenure where they will give you. So if somebody, for example, is 35, it means the person has 25 years of making repayment. If that person is now 35 and is earning something like, say, 150,000 or 200,000 in a month, I'm almost sure that that person will be able to afford, will be able to qualify for the 15 million naira. Because the repayment, don't forget, we said must not be higher than 33% of what you earn.
Yeah.
It definitely, what the person will be earning, what the person will be paying. What the person will be paying can't be up to 33%.
Yeah.
Joshua, how you doing?
I'm fine. Shit.
Joshua from FCT.
Anthony Joshua.
Hope you are practicing. You are in the gym.
Joshua, question or contribution?
Oh.
Don't tell me we lost Joshua. Wow.
You will obviously call back.
Please try and
You
call back.
You
Try and call back. Try and
So
call
you're
back.
making us realize that with that, assuming 150 to 200, age 35, say the tendency will go.
Yes, because that would mean that if you are earning 200,000, it means that your no repayment should not be more than about 66,000 naira in a month.
Okay.
And with your 25 years and taking 15 million, if we do the let's just do the simple arithmetic.
Let's do it, please.
We say the maximum interest rate is 15%. Sure. It's 6%. It's 6%. So let's say the person wants to collect 15 million, okay, and it's for at 16%. What am I saying? At 6%, that's 900 per year that the person will pay. Let's assume the thing is not on reducing balance. So we are just doing a straight line calculation here. It's not really how it will play out. So let's say 25 years, that's 22. It's not going to be up to this, but we're just doing some straight line calculation here.
There's a 150. Okay. That's one.
So this is what the person about 30.
Okay, just called back.
37 monthly, Abby.
No.
Joshua, you don't call us back. We'll return back to the arithmetic.
Yeah.
Joshua, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Good morning, Chief.
Hey, Joshua, Bobo.
I'm fine. Longest time.
Longest time, question or contribution?
Yes, this has been an interesting program right from time since
Thank
2
you.
weeks. But unfortunately, I've not been following.
Congratulations, you are here today.
In terms of my TV, I'm seeing how to get NHF loan to acquire your first property. I just hope that it will be a dream come true.
Are you a private worker or government worker?
I work in the private sector, but it's a missionary-based non-governmental organization anyway.
Yeah, you have a source of income. Once you have a source of income, regular pay, and you are a Nigerian and you are above 18 years old, you qualify to start. So I would advise that the first step you need to take is to go out there and look for a primary mortgage institution, primary mortgage bank that you can start banking with, okay, for your NHF contributions. They will put you through, you open that account, you start making your NHF contribution because you need to have been doing that for 6 months. And then we discussed last week about the strategy that helps you to be able to get a property. You know, it's not just, like we said, it's not just that you now see a property and you say they should give you a offer letter and then you take it to the bank. Because of the bureaucracy that the process goes through, that property may be off the market by the time your loan or so is supposed to be ready. So the buyer, the seller of the property must be in this arrangement together. It's like a 3-party arrangement. Yourself, the bank that's helping you package it, and the seller. The 3 of you must be talking and know what exactly you guys are doing. It's a triangle. The 3 people, the 3 parties must be involved in this processing. So because it takes quite some time. And we then said last week that a lot of developers are open to this. And one of the ways they are open to it is that, I mean, once their project starts, early in their project, they are ready for it because they know their project will take about 12 months, 24 months, 36 months to complete. And if you should start processing your NHF at that time, that's the best time because it takes that long sometimes, okay, before it is cleared. You know, so go out there, most especially looking for developers that are open to this process, okay? Your mortgage banks sometimes have them, and sometimes you may have to get them from the advertisement and all. Okay.
Joshua, I hope so we answer your question well.
Yes, I get it. You know, people like us, I understand that mortgage banking sector, you understand. So, but the procedure which have not been described to me is what I'm gonna go out and then to find out, just like he has instructed.
Yeah.
And I need to fund the account for 6 months.
Yes.
If I get it well.
What you'll be contributing to that account is 2.5% of your basic pay. If you take your pay slip, the one that says basic pay, okay, your basic.
Different from allowance. So
different from all the other allowance, housing allowance, clothing, furniture, and all of those. There is basic. If you look at your pay slip, the breakdown, there is basic pay there. 2.5% of that amount is what you're expected to be contributing to your NHF account.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but this that is after I must have gotten my money. I will just have to take 2.5% to the account. Monthly.
Yes. So what you do is you can instruct your HR, okay, if you have your HR, to be deducting it and remitting it to the account you've opened, and then you'll be having the evidence, or you have to set up an arrangement directly so that once your salary comes in, that amount you credit to that account, okay, on a monthly basis.
Okay.
Thank you, Joshua.
Are you okay with that, Joshua? So as we're saying, thank you very much.
Based on Joshua, we'll return back to the arithmetic now.
Okay.
Now, Engineer Debo, question where I want to say, now, securing it in 6 months now, you're going to pay 2.5 of your basic salary. Now, if you've gotten it in 6 months, let's assume you've been able to procure a loan of, say, 7 million or 10 million for yourself now. The very next question where I want to ask is, say, now 2.5, person go see the payback. Now, I feel talk, say, this 2.5, maybe it's small, they collect so amount from my own. Can I rearrange my payment scheme in such a way that it can be paid up quickly?
No, you see, once you've qualified for loan and you've gotten it, yes, it's the loan repayment that you'll be making now.
Loan repayment means if I choose to service it in a year or 2, they will accept.
Or it has to be the
regular.
Not really. They would have calculated, they will give you tenor.
Okay.
You're qualifying for loan, like we said. The maximum tenor is 30 years. And the tenor you get depends on how old you are. Okay. So they would have given you tenor. Before you to part of how they will assess your qualification is that tenor would have been determined. So the tenor of the loan and how much you'll be paying per month will have been predetermined.
But in a situation where you have more than that, can you pay?
I think you can. I'm not sure of that, but I think you can. Maybe you can find out from your banks.
Okay.
Yes,
That's my number one question. Number two question, sir. NHF, is it that it is not open to individual way they do personal business? Because some Emeka, some Shukudi, some Kola way they do your work, where you want to do.
Yeah, we said it the last time. It's very open to everybody. It's both for the formal and for the informal sector.
But we don't get basic salary.
Now, so they usually would then determine, talking to the bank, okay, or the bankers, they would arrive at what it is that the person needs to pay. And like I said, I mean, I know in some instances where, for example, some group of informal people that we put together at the time, they were asked to be paying 450 naira per month.
Okay, now don't do it for people before.
Yes, they were asked to be paying 450 naira per month as their contribution, as their NHF contribution. That's what was.
I think when we come back from the break, that's where we are going to pick up from.
Okay.
So let's go on this weekly break. Make we sip some coffee. So the program will be right back. Go nowhere.
The best investment on earth is earth.
The issue of say make a person get house, make a person get land, make a person.
Property matter na serious business, so one of the best investments wey person fit get for life. Shey you be estate agent, surveyor, town planner, or you dey into furniture and you go like make the world sabi your level? Come advertise with us on top Property Matter wey dey shele for WAP TV for every Tuesday from 8:15 to 9 a.m.
For advert placement and sponsorship, make una call Stella Maris on top 070 3914 5229. Rebecca 070 6969 1950.
That's it. Yeah, so we dey get our own tete for back of camera. But we are back. Anyways, we serve. We dey discuss property, how we serve go take get Ile Alaja Mejo. 8-story building.
I'm not too young to have one.
Sir, you said?
No, not too young to be a landlord.
Nah.
I'm telling you. You said you put some people together and help them.
Business-wise.
Yes, I mean, at the time we put some people together, put them into something like a cooperative and help them to be able to start off their NHF plan. And like I said, a lot of them are people that are independent, that are in informal work and all of that. And they were assessed and they were told to be paying 450 naira every month, 450 naira every month as their NHF contribution at the time. I mean, this some years ago, though, you know. So, and if you recall, we had somebody calling on the program. I think was it last
one woman
time?
like that.
She's
Exactly.
She's a civil
She
servant.
does business and
The civil servant, you broke
Civil
it down.
servant.
exactly.
Yeah, there was a civil servant.
Yes, civil servant. She was. I think it's Mauta or something from Shokoto or something like that. And she was
She gave us how much she
2,500 and something is what she pays.
Harrison, so sorry.
It's a
What
day
she
of,
pays as
it's a day of
NHF.
call today.
Yes.
Harrison, good morning.
from Rivers.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
How you doing, sir?
Fine, thank you.
Please go on with your question or contribution.
Okay. Yes, please, I've heard so much about housing program and contributing. Hello, are you with me?
Yes,
We're there with you, sir.
With you.
Okay. Often, when we start on this program, is continuity that is the program and then getting the loan. So please, I would like to give the new phone number of the resource person with you so that we can follow up the contribution after the program.
Okay, you want your contact. Okay, so I think you will get to see his profile anytime from now. They're going to flash it on the screen, so you can just copy his number. But please don't call him now. You can always call him after the show. Or better still, I think you like WhatsApp.
You can send a
WhatsApp.
message. WhatsApp message. Yeah.
Okay, so you can just message.
WhatsApp message. Once my number is there, I mean, it's on the screen. You can send a WhatsApp
Oh,
message.
there you
Oh,
have
yeah.
it.
It's on the screen. You can send a
Can even
WhatsApp
see the
message
WhatsApp
at any
number.
time. And please, just for clarity, Harrison, this is not a privately organized contribution and loan.
Exactly.
We're talking about National Housing Fund.
So you can always even go
So
out to your
we'll
own.
just give you the details and you
All
can
you
go
need
out
to know.
on your own and
mortgage
then
banks.
do it. And it's not something that has just started. It's been on for some time. So, and people have benefited. Yes, it's difficult. Yes, it's not everybody that applies that is getting and all of that. But we've shared how you can I mean, how you can secure it and what you can qualify for. Once you're able to be, I mean, realistic with yourself, okay, and go out to particularly get the property that is ready to work with you for this NHF loan, you are mostly going to get it. Most of the time, it is getting that property that is usually people's problem. They are contributing, their bankers are ready to process for them, but they are looking for the property that will fit what they want, and they are not able to get a lot of times.
And Debo, what happens to somebody that cannot continue? Now, this is what I'm saying. You know, for a private sector, nothing is guaranteed when it comes to job. Do you understand? And maybe at 35, now I know say I get like 25 years to repay back the loan. And maybe somebody, not me, you get sacked on your job. Maybe for 5 years, we're busy searching for jobs and all of that. Now, what happens in between those 5 years? Do they get to collect the property back? Or they go allow you, say when you get another job, they can remit all of those times that you didn't pay.
Okay, so one of the things that they use in securing the loan is that when you qualify for the loan, they would already do what they call mortgage insurance.
Okay.
Mortgage payment insurance.
Okay, good one.
Depending on what you do or loss of job, you know, depending on the terms of that insurance, then you will be covered for whatever those terms say. You know that the more lengthy, the more premium you have to pay. That's how insurance underwriters factor the risk, you know. So that's what happens usually, okay? But it won't really help anybody to be out of job for so long, really. I mean, that may become a challenge, as it were. That may become a challenge. But, I mean, something that, if it's a short while or the one that insurance can handle and all of that, why not? All of that can be done. They factored in that risk already by way of you taking insurance. Insurance comes along with what you are doing.
Packages.
Okay.
Yes. So your loan repayment usually comprises of what goes to settle your loan itself, what goes to settle the interest, what goes to settle insurance, premium, and all of those. So that if there is a loss of job, temporary loss of job, disability, I think sometimes in some instances even death, okay? I mean, then they may have to pay back and all of that. The insurance may have to cover the repayments.
Wow.
Okay.
Yes. You factor all of those things in and then,
yes,
it can be done.
Okay, we have
it can
another
be done.
person.
It can be
We have
done.
Uche.
Uche.
Good morning.
Ibom. Wow.
Good morning, Uche.
Hello, good morning.
How you doing, ma? How you doing, ma? Here they come.
How horoscope they go?
Everywhere in fire.
Lagos is going on well.
Fine, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Uche. Yeah, what question do you have for us?
Can you?
Yes.
Uche, you're following me day loud. Maybe make it help us reduce and so that we go feel enjoy ourselves.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, I'm very excited with this program.
Thank you very much.
I want to say thank you to what for organizing this.
Thank you very much too for watching it.
For watching, thank you.
All right. I have a question for the architect there.
Okay.
Architect, they give you another title. Architect. Noted.
The engineer, okay.
Engineer is architect.
Uche, better as an engineer, please. I'm not, Mr. Debo. I'm not an architect. Don't let the institution come and sue me. Go ahead.
Okay, whichever one. But I want to find out from him what happens in a place where you don't have a mortgage bank. Where you don't have a mortgage bank existing in that area. I'm in Akwa, but I'm in a city that is Eket, and mortgage bank, I don't think it's functioning here. What happens to someone that stays around where there is no mortgage bank? Do you need to travel to a place where you have a...
Yes, I will encourage you to travel, okay? I will encourage you to travel to the closest city where you have a bank, a mortgage bank that you can work with. Some commercial banks or universal bank, as you call them now, some banks actually, national banks, actually also operate these things, okay? If they have a very active mortgage desk, they may be able to also attend to you. So find out if the bank operates a very active mortgage desk, and you can talk to them. Otherwise, yes, you can travel. And you know, once you set up the account, all other things can be done online. So it's not like every month
Yeah,
you have to go
travel.
there. No. All these other things can be done by way of phone calls and online transactions, as it were. Uche, hope you heard us. Okay, thank you very much, Uche. So going back to the calculation we're doing, so if somebody was going to take 15 million, for example, if you divide 15 million and he has to pay back by 25 years, that means he will be paying back 50 of that principal, 50,000 naira per month.
Okay.
If he pays 50,000 naira per month for 25 years, he would have paid the 15 million back. You know, and the interest element can definitely not be more than, or up to 16,000. You understand? So, which means that somebody that earns 200,000 naira per month and is 35 years of age is most likely going to qualify for the most mortgage, which is 15 million naira. So you can imagine that. And I believe somebody that even earns a little less, because the interest gap is so much. I mean, we'll be able to qualify for 15. So people usually are able to qualify for that 15 in the private sector a lot more. Okay? But you see, I would encourage people to just go and try it. Okay? So what are the securities? How is it secured? How is the loan secured? Primarily, it is the property that you are buying that secures.
That means you have to first go and say, Moti, I've priced one property.
Is the property? No, as in you qualify for a loan. I mean, you are applying for a loan. They won't ask you for additional security. It is that property that you are buying. So the property must be able to pay back.
Yes.
On
In
the
case
loan.
if you default, that property.
They sell the property.
Yeah.
That's why also they won't give you more than, even if you qualify, they won't give you more than 90% of the value of the property as loan. They won't give you more than 90% of the value of the property as loan, so that at least there is, from day one, you have equity of at least 10% in the loan. So if the property is, say, 10 million naira, it means that the loan they will be able to give you, no matter what you qualify for, is a maximum of 9 million.
Okay.
So the 1 million, you have to sort it out yourself with the person selling. So you have to pay them.
Okay, quick question,
You understand?
sir.
Yeah.
Quick question, sir. I qualify for the loan now. I have it. Is it immediately they give me the loan and I acquire the property, I can move in while I'm still
Of
paying?
course, they are not even giving you the loan now. They are paying the owner,
They are paying
the
in
seller
full.
straight.
Yes.
You've paid. That's why you move in.
can move in.
Yes.
Then
You
my,
move in straight.
then my next question is, in situation where where the person just moved into the house now, and there's a conflagration, the house get burnt, the insurance you say that is on that money I'm paying, can it cover for that?
Of course, once insurance is there. The risk is there.
Okay, so if there's a conflagration, they can still take care of it, that fire incident.
You see, once you have insurance, when it occurs, is immaterial. Once your insurance stuff is covered and you pay your premium, you are within the terms and conditions. Whenever the risk arises, the insurance people are liable and they will take you out. That's the business. So it may arise early for another person and arise late for another, and never even arise for another person. And that's the business of insurance. So it's the pool.
It's the pool already.
Yes. That's it. So I hope that that is clear. On security, like I said, is the properties. That's why they are usually concerned about the integrity of the property structure. They are also very much concerned usually about the other approvals, that other things are in place. Building plan approval, nothing is contravening any law. Okay? That is of utmost importance when we are talking about, securing the money. But primarily, it is the property. Nobody will ask you for an extra collateral to be able to give you that loan, okay? And we've talked about how much you can apply for. The cap is 5, 10, 15. But depending on what you qualify for, okay? If you do 5 million, ordinarily, you may not have to pay any down payment now, because they cancelled that down payment and made this 0 for that category. Before, it used to be, I think, 10% or 5%. But if you do 10 million, they expect you to pay at least 10%. If you do 15 million, they expect you to pay at least 20% as down payment, okay? As your own stake. So that's the maximum you can take in the loan. And like we said the other time, a lot of people then do hybrid. So they are buying a property that is actually, say, like 35 million, for example, and they are using this loan. What they do is they have to package a different loan for the 20 and then the NHF for the 15. And the combination of the two repayments is what the bankers will use to qualify, to judge whether they qualify or not. Of course, the 20 million usually maybe is commercial mortgage rate that they will use, and then the 15 is the NHF that they will use. They will merge the two together, compare it with what the person is earning. If it is still within 33% of the person's earning, the person qualifies and will be able to buy that property and be servicing those two loans at the same time, okay? Paying that bulk money that is splitted, that the bankers would administer towards repayment. Interest is a maximum of 6%, single digits. Okay, 6%. The debit interest, you can't get that anywhere else currently in the country. Okay, under no other program does that exist. 6%. That's why it is something that is fantastic, and that every Nigerian that is above 18 that has regular means of income should try to explore to get. Okay, try to explore to get. A lot of people have challenges with doing it, and one of the challenges is securing the property. Okay, that this will go into. And what I usually tell them is, hey, look out for developers that are at the beginning stages of their development projects. Okay. They are usually more open to these things because they are trying to get off-takers. And so, one, they have the time. Construction time is still there for them, okay? And they have the patience because now they've not incurred any liability that will be making their accounts to, run. So if they can arrange something with you now, they will be able to do that. Okay? Engineer Lekon from Lagos.
Engineer Debo dey here.
Hello.
Engineer versus engineer.
Wow, the volume is
loud. You have
loud.
to reduce, turn down the volume on your TV sets, please.
Good morning.
Reduce the volume,
Good morning,
please.
engineer.
Good morning, Chiboludodo.
How are you there? Are you calling us from a new site? Reduce the volume.
Yes,
Echo it too much.
Good morning, Chiboludodo.
Good morning, engineer.
Yes, Engineer Debo, good morning.
Good morning.
The name has come to stay.
Good morning. Good morning, Lagos. No, I'm an engineer. That's not a problem, but I mean.
Yes, engineer plus engineer.
Adi, engineer versus engineer.
No problem.
Yeah. Please, Engineer Debo.
Yes, sir.
Are you hearing me?
We're hearing you, yeah.
Okay. Please, what are the procedures to acquire property in Lagos State? At least to free from all this land grabber in Lagos State.
Okay. We'll go through some things very quickly. We've dealt with this in some of our episodes, so I would encourage you to go on YouTube and search out Property Matta on WAP TV and watch some of our previous episodes. But we'll just go through it, okay, very quickly for you. To buy any property at all, I tell people that the first thing to do is to verify the authenticity of the property. You have to determine the genuineness, okay? So an authenticity cuts across two major things. One, you are finding out that the property is what it is, especially with the government, and then you are finding out that you are buying or talking to the right person you should be buying or talking to regarding the property. Those are the two things that you are primarily concerned with first, okay? So how do you do this? To find out on the part of government, all you do is, beyond the documents that you are given for any property, go on site, either by proxy, by sending someone if you are not available, or yourself. Okay, if you're sending someone, make sure you're sending a trusted person or somebody that has something to lose, a professional that you can report in case of wrongdoing and he will face disciplinary whatever. So he has reason why he should do the right thing for you and protect your interest. Of course, it may cost you some money, but hey, it's better to spend a little money to protect your big investment than to be penny wise, pounds foolish. Okay? So go there, go on the site and pick coordinates. Pick coordinates on the site physically. Okay?
Where they go help you check.
Yes. When you pick coordinates, you can now compare that coordinates to the document you are giving. If it matches, Slimy, if it matches, then you start believing, as it were, in that document that you are giving as a means of conducting your search. Otherwise, just send the coordinates to the appropriate office, maybe Surveyor General's office, for example, in the state, in Lagos State, for example, or any state that is concerned.
Do you know, sir?
Chat.
Do you know that there are some of them that will show you paperwork that this thing has this title, it has that title, and when you pick coordinates, you'll be shocked that it is different from
exactly. It will be different. Okay?
Lawrence, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
How are you doing,
Lawrence,
sir?
good morning.
I'm fine.
Yeah, go ahead with your question or contributions, please.
Yes, I am calling to know how to apply for the NHF fund, which I was told that it's only those who are on grade level 7 and above that are eligible for applying for the NHF fund. So,
okay, you are in the civil service, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that may be it, really. I mean, they should know better.
Okay.
Because I think anything below grade level 7 is not graduates getting there. Exactly. So I think in civil service that's how it works. I think that's it. It is people who are at that grade, okay, upwards that can apply. Because it even means that people at that grade can probably only qualify for between 1 and 5 million.
Okay.
You know, so because of their pay and all, you know, it has something to do with what you earn.
So that it will be convenient for you to pay.
So
otherwise, you won't be able to pay.
He has done the assignment.
That's very good. That's very good. That's very good.
That's good.
Nice. You can explore some other means, okay, by which you can join a cooperative, for example. Look out for a cooperative that is housing focused. Maybe they will be able to help you. So going back to the question of engineer Lekon, okay. So you do that. You go and do your search,
pick your
chat, and like Chief said, I mean, just this last week, somebody still sent some document to me, survey. The survey was reading, it was done in 2017 and all of that. But the area, I know that this area is acquired. So I told the guy, do your search, do your search. The person, they stamped it there that this land is free from every acquisition, subject to confirmation. I said, it's free. What is subject to confirmation? Do you know, I sent it to 2 separate surveyors of mine, just sent it to them. And their reports came different times, but the same thing. It is committed land. Also, yes, also a lady, I think she's based in the UK. Somebody sent a property to her. They are trying to get her to buy it. They said they have some building on it and all. She just sent the survey to us. That's all we had, the survey. Nothing else. So I asked my surveyor to trace the land, pick the coordinates there also, sent it to whatever, did our checks, and the land is under acquisition. It cannot be it's not correctable, it's not ratifiable. Meaning that if she buys, I mean, the value of it is almost nothing because you can't perfect the title and all of those things. Challenges there. So I encourage people to do that. It's very important, that basic search. Okay, once you do that, and it is something you can buy from the result you are getting, report you are getting from your search. The next thing is to find out the person that you are talking to, that you are dealing with. Is it the right person?
That's where due diligence comes
Exactly.
in.
Is it the right person? So your second half of your due diligence then comes in to research the people that are selling to you, because you can't give, that's your Latin.
You can't give what you don't have.
No, that you don't forget. Chief, they speak
Quid platanto solus.
Okay. Okay, platanto. So that chief platanto, you can't give what you don't have, okay? Comes in. So you need to be sure that the person selling to you has the power, has the authority to sell. How? You ask them what they have. Who is the owner? They will tell you all of those things. Then you go behind to do your own due diligence, to do your own search. Go around the place, ask people around the area questions and all of that. Find out. If you have a lawyer, they know how to probe. I mean, some of these things.
One funny thing, Engineer Debo.
Yeah.
When you go around I can guarantee you there are some people who wants to talk.
All
you just need to do is go around.
I'm telling you.
You will see some men that really want to talk.
Yes.
With just 100 naira or 200 naira.
Some don't even need any.
Some don't even need anything. They want to talk naturally.
Àwọn kọ́ bó ṣe ń ṣe nìyẹn. Bó ṣe ń ṣe nìyẹn. Exactly. You know, and you be saved. I mean, a lot of people have been saved. If you see all these mechanics, all these carpenter kiosks, all these malams selling something, you'll be shocked the amount of information that those guys have around the area.
The funniest part of the story is a friend of mine, I don't know, he watches this program, he happens to be an agent. So with the malam thing you said, they wanted to get, somebody wants to sell a flat and everything. So like you are the principal agent that they put in charge. Yeah. So he went to meet that principal agent. Yeah. He said, if you don't pay some amount, I will not give you details about the and so all other unit agents had to start bribing to get it. The malam just said, okay, my friend Ahmed, and no person will get him. I get his number. Now he give Ahmed the phone number. They called the real owner. They said, I did not put anybody as principal agent. If you have a buyer, bring. And he brought the buyer there. And he collected his money just with a booking information. Phone number. So you cannot just tell. These people around, seriously. They have good information. Serious information.
Serious information. So it's been our pleasure today. Please, if you have questions, again, send it to my WhatsApp number. We will take them on one episode entirely dedicated to questions. Okay. Join me on the social media and do Debo Adejana Instagram, Debo Adejana Twitter.
Okay, that's the end of NHF. Well, thank you very much. We are going to take another thing.
Next week we are starting something fresh.
From every one of us.